Hey guys, Jason here with Roar3 Solutions again. Another product that just finished up and getting out to the rest of you. This is a Manta Ray, another marine animal that I want to make sure that everyone got the chance to play around with. And I'm going to talk through how it works, how the rig works, because it's a little bit different than my other models. So my typically my shark models, I use the actual fish rig, and you get a very dynamic kind of swim. This is a little bit different. I don't actually have a fish rig installed on this. Instead, I went more rudimentary, and I have a bone set. So when you look at the bone set, you'll see you have all the generic bones that you see right here on the model. Now, that doesn't mean that you can sit there and start manipulating them. In fact, the whole point of this bone structure was to create an xPresso. So it is actually animatable. I do have a preset rig, which I'll show you in a second here. But first, let's kind of talk through what we have. So the low polygon is very low polygon. We're talking 4,800 polygons, 4,900 vertices. And as you can see, it is made entirely of quads. So I used a nice extrusion to make sure that it's a real clean model. On the bottom, you'll have some nice gill slats that don't look all that great when you're looking in the low polygon, but then once you bump it back up, so first and foremost, to use the rig, you do have to have the actual file with the xPresso tag selected. But we can go into the level of detail in the editor and start cranking that up, and you can see those edges now clean up and are more appropriate to the actual animal itself. So it will give you lots of detail, and it will be a nice end result. So you have your level of detail in the editor, you have the level of detail in the renderer, and you also now have some other controls, and these are all xPresso driven. So if I open the xPresso tag, you can kind of see what's going on. It's actually a very simple xPresso rig. There's not a whole lot of computation or calculation going on. It's all rotation and pitch adjustments. So if I go in here, body twist I have set so that you can shift the head and have a real nice effect on the rest of the center of the body. You have pitch. So if you're actually making an animation, this should help you make it fairly quickly. You can actually run the keyframe, the auto keyframe, while you're doing the animation, and drag your slider and kind of adjust it as you need. Tail roll, of course, because you might want to do like a kind of a jumping out of the water or doing a loop kind of maneuver. Tail pitch, and then your dorsal fin, you can kind of get that to waggle, and if you're wanting it to do a roll per se, the dorsal will actually kind of flex with it. So, and then the fun part is the wing controls. So first and foremost, you have the roll, and I do kind of go a little over the top with this. You're probably never going to see a Manta Ray actually flex this much, but I like to give that added control. So more or less, maybe 10 degrees is about the normal amount of roll if you want to create a flapping effect. So you have right and left roll, and they are separate, so that way you can do kind of a rolling maneuver if you choose to. And then we also have the pitch of the actual wing. And I am a pilot, so I'm used to these terms. I'm sure someone is going to say that's not called pitch, and that's probably absolutely correct. It's probably not, but that's the term that I'm familiar with as a pilot. So you can roll and pitch any way that you see fit to have a real nice flex effect while you're actually creating your animation. And also, as I mentioned, I did already do a preset. So this is actually the first file that I was successfully able to export the bone structure out in FBX and in DAE. So I was actually able to import the bone structure into Blender. So between FBX and Blender, you have three, FBX, Blender, and Cinema 4D, you have three full animated short but animated models, and this is kind of the effect that you'll get. It's a very simple kind of gentle repetitive swim, so these are typically very gentle docile animals, so you don't normally see them swimming very quickly, but I kind of want to throw a couple of maneuvers in there, and if you look at all of the controls, if I bring it up here, there's a whole lot of stuff going on, and this kind of gives you a feel of what's actually happening. So these are the controls that are adjusting, and I do have it on a repeat, so you can continue this up to, I believe, 10 repetitions, so a fairly long sequence. So that's what I have as the preset. But in the C4D file, you will get automatically both of these in the single file, and then for all other formats you'll get it as an individual file with a static with the bone structure, and then you'll get the animated file. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Really looking forward to sharing this model with everyone. It will be a very affordable model through both my website, war3dsolutions.com, and through CG Trader. It was kind of a fun, quick design model. And the last thing I do want to show you is also with this model you will receive the UV map that I created for it. So if you choose to map it yourself, you're welcome to do so. But I do have 4K maps. They're full PBR maps. I use Substance Painter to actually create the textures. And you'll be able to have kind of a really nice output with this model. And here's the roughness just to show you. So there's a whole lot of good going on here, as well as the normal file, which will have a lot more of that detail. So you can make your adjustments as desired. So that's it for now, guys. I really appreciate you watching this, and as always, happy modeling.